Alright, what's going on, guys? Team Crimson. Been a while since I made a video. I've been really busy with stuff, moving back for the summer from school and stuff, getting a job, and but now settled in, so I'm going to start making more videos than I have been recently. So yeah, expect a few more. So today I'm going to show you this Nekroz build I've been doing. So it's not bad, but it's still, there's still too many cards on the list for Nekroz that really stop the deck from being as good as it could be. So you have Shuret banned, Brio at 1, Unicorn at 1, that kind of stuff. But it's a pretty solid rogue deck. It has a decent Zoo matchup since I made this deck to go second. So Zoo always wants to go first, and they set up their board. And this deck is made to just clear boards and then kind of lock them out, if not kill them that turn. So you make Unicorn, Zoo, and unless they have Regeki or Darkhold or something, it's really hard for them to out. But this deck has been pretty hyped going into Link format just because, no extra deck, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of an anti-extra deck, so, but it's not really going to be much different because you have all the other decks still coming out in Link format, so stuff like Cosmos, Star Grails are going to be a thing. And yeah, so unless cards come off the list, it's not going to be super competitive, but as a rogue deck, it is surprisingly strong, and it's definitely worth giving a try. So yeah, I'll just give you this profile really quick. So of course you gotta have 3 Manju and 3 Senju, so your main searchers in the deck, so you don't really need your normal summon, so that's why these guys come in handy, because you just normal summon them, and Tlazolus turns Senju into a Manju, so you can search any ritual monster or ritual spell card in the deck with it, so obviously you're going to want to run 3 of each of these, because they're really good. 3 Tlazolus searches your ritual spells, has a decent effect too, but it doesn't come up all the time. I won't go too in-depth into the effects of these cards because they've been out for a long time, but yeah, 3 Tlazolus just for consistency, search them. You do run Rhoda to run kind of like, well, just deck thin and to search your Tlazolus. So yeah, just adds to the consistency of the deck. The 1 Unicorn, because he's at 1, this is the card that really wins you the Zoo matchup when you play it. So if you can like turbo Unicorn against Zoo, you have a really favorable matchup. And yeah, so the card's at 1 for a reason. It just completely shuts down anything that comes out of your opponent's extra deck. And with Zoo, all their cards are at 0 if they have their effects negated. So Unicorn just turns everything they have useless, basically. 1 Brio, because he's at 1. This card is so good, but it's at 1 for a reason. Again, same as all the other cards in this deck that are at 1. But yeah, so you can discard them and search any Nekroz ritual monster, which is crazy. You can search Trish, Valkyris, whatever you want, Unicorn. And his on-field effect is okay. You're not going to summon him a whole lot, but you're mainly going to use him for the search. 1 Gungnir, good hand trap, actually. Not bad on the field, but it is a really good sort of discard effect from your hand. That's why you run the 1. 2 Valk, so a lot of people run 3. I'm only running 2 just because where the deck likes to go second, the Battle Fader effect isn't super relevant because you want to go second, clear their board, and then set up a good board, deal a bunch of damage, and then just either try and kill them right there or lock them out of playing altogether. So the Battle Fader effect isn't super important. You mainly just want this guy for like a big beater and his draw effect to try and summon him and then draw some cards and keep going and try and kill them that turn. So only 2 of those. 2 Trish. I was running 1 Trish and 3 Valk, but then I cut it for 2 and 2 because, again, since the deck likes to go second, Trish's effect is a lot more relevant because you can't activate it unless they have a card on the field, in their hand, and in the graveyard. So going first, you can't actually Trish someone. So going second, it's a lot more relevant, so I'm running it at 2, and it is searchable, so turboing this out is really easy because it is such a powerful card. 1 Decisive Armor, because he's like a Kalute, and it's really good against something like Masterpiece or something big like that you can't out, or like Ultimate Falcon if anyone ever plays that anymore, if Towers ever comes back. But yeah, so he's a good Kalute, you can drop it. A lot of people don't really expect it because most people don't really play it, but 1 is good. 2 Gishki Vision. This is kind of like your substitute for Shirt, but like way shittier. So if you ritual summon a water ritual monster, which all the Nekroz monsters are, he can count as the entire tribute. So you can summon Trish using just this guy. That's kind of why he's good, because you want to Trish with this guy, because Trish otherwise is kind of a weird combination to try and summon. But yeah, so you run him at 2. Wouldn't really want him at 3 because he is kind of cloggy if you draw him with other Nekroz monsters you don't want to use him with. But he's not bad. He does his job, and until Shirt comes back, I guess you should run these. I'm running the Kaiju engine since this deck does go second. The Kaijus are just so broken that because they out literally everything, and going second, there's no better engine to run than Kaijus. 1 Max C because it's a really good hand trap, and yeah, so not really much about that. That's it for the monsters. I'll go into spells. So 2 Kaleidoscope, 2 Mirror, and 2 Cycle. I used to run 3-2-1, but I kind of changed it up because I realized Cycle is a lot better than I thought it was at the start. But 2-2-2 is a pretty solid ratio. I wouldn't really want to change it past this because, again, you can search them all off Clausulus, so it's not like... I'd rather have an even chance of drawing into all of them than having to waste a search on a 1 of. So 2-2-2 seems to be the most consistent ratio I could find. 2 Slumber because it's at 2. Probably should be at 1 like they have it in the OCG. This card is completely ridiculous, but yeah, so this is another reason why going second is good with Kaijus, because you get to play this card. It's a Dark Hole that you end up plussing off, so there's really no reason not to run this if you're making like a rogue deck or something like an anti-meta where you want to go second. Double Dark Hole Regeki, so this brings up like the board wipes to essentially 5 with Slumbers, so because you want to go second, just clear their board and then go off. I've never found it clogs really, so yeah, so running these with Slumber is still really good, because where Slumber's only at 2, you can't really count on seeing it that much anymore. 2 Twisters to get rid of back row, because this deck just loses to Dimensional Barrier, so you want to get rid of that as soon as possible. As soon as you start your turn, if you have the Twin Twisters, just get rid of it. So I wouldn't really want to run 3 though, because you don't want to open multiples, because then you're just negging too hard off discarding and destroying back row. So yeah. 1 Preparation, because it's one of the best ritual support cards out there. It can search Brio and can add a ritual spell back from your graveyard, so it's a really good card. 1 Rhoda searches Clausulus, and that's pretty much it. Just some deck thin, more consistency, and again, same thing, Upstart Goblin. That's it for the main deck. Extra deck is not important, but what you need to run in your extra deck is... So since Kaleidoscope sends from the extra deck, you want to run level 12, so you can do Valkyris and Unicorn, or Trish and Clausulus. Level 11, so either Synchro Fusion, a level 12, level 11, level 10, 9, and then just go down to whatever you think you're going to need. What you run isn't really important, so like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is a popular one. Star Eater's a really good level 11, like that sort of thing. It's really not important as long as it has that level. So the only thing that you really should be running is at least 2 Herald of the Arclight, because you send this off Kaleidoscope to summon Unicorn, and then you get a search off Herald's effects. You can search a ritual monster or a ritual spell, and then continue your plays. So this is the only really important thing to run in the extra deck, aside from having all your levels to send off Kaleidoscope. So that's going to do it for the Nekroz deck profile. I'm going to try and have some more. I've been working on a Monarch build that I will probably do a profile on in the near future. I have a Subterror build that I want to also do a profile on because it's really good, and I know I can get some more profiles from around locals and stuff, so yeah, so stay tuned. I'll be back. We'll have more stuff in the near future. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and see you next time.